episode 4, and we got a new format. Welcome to the Ball and Matt podcast, a podcast where we touch on a bit of football and a bit of everything else. So, yeah, my plans for the podcast and for Ball and Matt are very big, and I think football is such a massive thing, as we all know, but I believe that football is a great vehicle to talk about so many other things, politics being one, and we are still going to talk about a lot of political stuff. I have a new way that I want to do it, and I'm going to come on to that in a sec. But yeah, want to make it more casual, want to make it more informal, talk about different topics, football and fashion. I filmed the segment with Marianne. Obviously, talk about fashion, talk about the film, talk about so many things as well. I want to film other bits with other people that I know, so I expect to see some faces as well, some different faces in and out of the podcast. But yeah, man, I have some big ideas for what I want the platform to be more generally, and yeah, I don't know. I really feel passionate about football and so many things surrounding football as well, so yeah, big ticks to come. But how I just want to kick off the pod now, because it's been so long since the last episode and there's so many things that I did want to touch on. So basically, I'm a genius. I'm just going to go through my Twitter likes and go back to where I think I want to start from. Whoa, need to mind my feet. Okay, so there's so many things. The Mesut Ozil interview that he did, the Vancouver. Okay, I think I want to start. I want to start here actually. Okay, this is a good point. So what I want to start with, yeah, is a throwback to episode 1, and do you remember when the whole Vinny Jr. racist incident where he was racially abused by Johnny, what's his name, Prestiani? Yeah, so he got fined or something because apparently he used another slur that wasn't racist. It was a homophobic one, but we obviously know that he was just copping to a lower charge. Maybe he did use homophobic language as well, but why would Vinny say the racist thing if he said a homophobic thing? It just makes no sense. Anyway, but now FIFA are set to impose red cards for when players cover their mouths when confronting an opponent at the World Cup, and instant dismissal for players who leave the pitch in protest after a referee decision. Again, in a throwback to the whole Senegal AFCON final thing. That was nuts. But anyway, yeah, FIFA are taking action against the whole covering the mouth thing, and I did say on that episode that was probably what was allowing players to get away with it, and now they've imposed this sanction. Maybe players won't resort to that because they know that the cameras are going to pick up on anything. So any sort of racism, homophobia, anti-Semitism, whatever it may be, will get picked up. So it's a step in the right direction, but let's see how they impose it, because I know a lot of players do also use the hand covering just to talk tactics, just to speak to their friends if they seeing them after the game or in halftime or whatever. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. Okay, see, that was one tweet, and we're on to the next topic. See, this is informal, this is chatty, this is a vibe. Anyway, so yeah, there was a lot going on a couple of weeks ago, and FIFA asked Vancouver to provide a police motorcade for Gianni Infantino at the Congress there, similar to the kind of arrangements that would be on display for the Pope or the President. Of course, Vancouver refused, but it just goes to show, and there's so many examples, I'm sure I'll touch on some more, of Infantino just acting like he's a world leader. Since when did FIFA become a state where they can get motorcades and all sorts? What is going on? I think power definitely corrupts and makes people act in ways that they just shouldn't be acting. But anyway, that was weird. Bang, another tweet, knocking them out. Oh yeah, the whole Jack Grealish thing where he was asleep at a rooftop bar behind a table of drinks, And obviously, it wasn't a good look. But the media, oh, poor Jack. We need to protect him. He ain't done nothing wrong, but have a good time. Dun, dun, dun. And it was all, oh yeah, he does so much work for disabled children, which he does, and he should be commended for that. And I know a lot of footballers do support charities and stuff like that and whatever. But shout out to Jack for doing that. But we can't help but feel that when it comes to certain players, it's a certain treatment for one, and not a treatment for the other. Sorry, and like, let's be honest. If it was Rashford, if it was Sterling, it would be a different story. Rashford was feeding kids when the government weren't. He's literally stepping in when the government weren't, and they still came for Rashford. So this treatment of Grealish, obviously, in comparison, is a bit funny. Can't lie, but yeah, Then Mesut Ozil did an interview. Did a something at like a university or something, and he was asked about like how he left Arsenal. Mesut Ozil claims that Arsenal froze him out after his support of and forgive my butchering of the pronunciation, someone already came for me on TikTok for that. Like, bro, I'm literally just a guy from London. How am I going to pronounce this? But the Uyghur Muslims, the genocide that was happening, or that was being reported on, and Mesut Ozil has supported that. And then he says that Arsenal, they kind of stopped letting them train with the first team and that sort of stuff, and weren't really like dealing with them nicely. Some people clapped back at that and said the timeline didn't match, but I think it did. I think the timeline does match. I think just because he was starting to get frozen out doesn't mean he'd stop playing completely, and he did still kind of play, but there definitely was a changing attitude towards Mesut Ozil. I think even when Emery first came in, it was still seen as, okay, this is the star, this is the guy. And then it kind of switched around the time of that tweet. And, he kind of then became like, okay, this burden that we have to get rid of, which I think obviously must have played a part. I don't know. And maybe that's just my bias because I'm supportive of Mesut Ozil and of his support of what he was supporting. You know what I mean? So anyway, moving on. Let me double check this because I want to take this down to 1080p. I realize I'm recording in 2K and I don't want to record in 2K because I don't need 2K and it's just going to take up space. So let me. Okay, we in 1080 now. What was I going to say? Yo. Arsenal, man. Arsenal. Let me chat on Arsenal quickly while I find the next thing. Yeah, I want to touch on Arsenal quickly. Arsenal are doing really well. It's not all doom and gloom. It's not a quadruple, but it could still be a double. We thought we bought the league to Man City. We haven't bought the league to Man City. They bottled it back, and now we're in charge. They're playing Palace tonight. We play Burnley on Monday. If we win, then we can win it at Selhurst Park. But if Palace or Bournemouth get a result, then we might have already won it as well. So yeah, it's so many permutations, but it's looking pretty good right now. But this is a clip that I recorded before the West Ham game. So going to the London Stadium now is Remy, our reporter, live on the ground. Remy, over to you. The last time I made a video about Arsenal before a game, it didn't end up so well. So hopefully today and Sunday is a different story, because on Sunday, Arsenal are playing here at the London Stadium against West Ham United in a game that could define this season for both clubs. For Arsenal, if we win, 2 games left and we've won the league. It's that simple. And if West Ham lose, then they are likely relegated, barring a complete catastrophe from Spurs, which is not beyond Spurs, but anyway. Look, before the City game, I was nervous. Optimistic, hopeful. Did I really believe that we were going to win a quadruple? No. We can still win a double. Sunday's game is so important, because that game against West Ham where Saka missed a pen, Yeah, that still haunts us. That still haunts me. So I know that we've got to fight some demons to get the win on Sunday. And it could be symbolic. It could be symbolic to win the league pretty much at the London Stadium. I think the stadium symbolises a lot that's wrong with football. The stadium is a sign of football not working quite right, not working in tandem with the fans. I don't think West Ham fans would have liked to have left the Berlin ground to come here. And they are looking at a relegation this season, which doesn't translate if you look at how massive and amazing the stadium is and the surrounding area. It's beautiful. This stadium does not deserve to be in the Championship next season, and it's a shame. I have a soft spot for West Ham. Maybe it's because I grew up in Newham a little bit and didn't live too far from the old ground. You know, I do like West Ham. It's a real working club, working man's club. One of the remaining proper clubs. You know what I mean? And it's a shame that you have to go down, but they will go down. They're going down. We're relegating them. After all of the bigging that they were given when Declan Rice came to Arsenal, saying he's never going to win a trophy, well, Sunday is your reckoning. This is what you sowed, so you've got to reap it. Unfortunately, you're going down at our hands. You just couldn't write it. Declan Rice has scored the winner as well. Nah, he won't score a winner. I think Declan Rice will have a very good but quiet game. He won't try and do a lot. I can't wait for the Declan Rice scenes after the game where he's apologising to the fans, knowing that he's relegated them. But deep down, happy, because they were booing him. They were booing Declan Rice last time he came here. So I don't think they deserve his respect or his apologies after we relegate them. Do you know what I mean? We need to put in a shift on Sunday. And that's why I'm putting in my shift. Just like the team need to do on Sunday, but I'm doing mine now. I'm running around the stadium. I think they've got a 5K thing that you can do around the stadium. So yeah, I'm here to run. All right? Let's go. Okay then. I do like this stuff on the ground of all the fans, legacy fans. I like it, it's classy. I like this as well, classy. I just ran 5K around the West Ham Stadium. Sorry, London Stadium. I'm knackered, but hopefully the boys on Sunday will be knackered, but it'll be worth it for a win. We need to beat West Ham. Let's be honest, lads, if you can't beat West Ham, then, mate, we don't deserve the league. But yeah, nothing but 3 points. Okay, so obviously we won the game. Very controversial. VAR intervened in our favour. I can't lie. I watched the game in a sports bar in Westfield with my girlfriend and her parents, and the atmosphere in there when we scored was mad. Like, it was just so much energy in that room. And then when Fernandez went through, like my heart, that feeling was just crazy. And then when they equalized again, the feeling was crazy. But then just they were all protesting, the players were protesting, and we were panicking. And I was just like, please. And then when the replay, I was like, hey, that's clearly a foul. If they don't rule this out, then it's a conspiracy, it's a scandal. They hate Arsenal, but they didn't. They ruled in our favour. They ruled the goal out, and yeah, I heard the VAR recording. It sounded like he saw it straight away, and then he wasn't trying to hear any other pulls. Someone in that VAR room was trying to not rule the goal out, but he kind of got shut down pretty quickly in that discussion. So yeah, they weren't on it. So fair play to the refs and the VAR. But yeah, man, we got 3 points, and it's looking good. I can't lie. I'm hoping Palace can get a result today. Big Mateta, what have you got from me? But yeah, moving on. FIFA have given permission for Afghan Women United, a squad made up of refugees, to represent Afghanistan in official competitions without requiring the approval of the Taliban. the Taliban being the controlling group in Afghanistan. I don't know how I feel about this because this is like I don't know. So then I don't know. Yeah, Afghanistan's a great country, and it's funny. It's a long story, but my dad used to foster, and he used to foster Afghani refugees that used to come over, and he had like in total over a few years, he had like maybe like 3 or 4 boys, maybe even 5 boys, and yeah, in my teens, I did like kind of get close with a few of them, but over the holidays and that, you know what I mean, when I was staying with my dad, and then he'll be with these kids, well, with these guys, they were like, you know, 17, 18, for legal reasons, definitely saying that they were probably 17 when maybe they were a bit older, but it is what it is, isn't it? That's just how the system is, and that's how it worked for them. But yeah, they were good people, man, and Afghanistan's a cool country, man. But anyway, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I feel about that. What about Russia? What about North Korea? What about all these countries? Like, are they gonna just like, yeah, why don't we do that? I don't know. It's strange. It's strange. But what else am I going to say? Okay, I'm not gonna touch on the Victor Wembanyama stuff, but I do. And I heard what he said about Arsenal. Okay, Me and him are not cool anymore, but we were cool with what he did before that. But anyway, yeah, Sepp Blatter of all people. Sepp Blatter is like the what's that evil chancellor guy in Star Wars? He's like that to me. He's the like evil chancellor of football in my eyes. But even he is saying, and I quote, "When a game stays silent in the face of injustice, it loses its credibility. It's time for real accountability and justice for Palestinian football. The FIFA Congress in Vancouver will be a great opportunity. Hashtag FIFA, hashtag AFC, hashtag Palestine football, hashtag UEFA, hashtag Israel football." Okay, interesting hashtags there. I don't know. When Sepp Blatter is the voice of reason, I don't know. What's going on, FIFA? What's going on? Yeah, what else was there? Bruv. Okay, so as part of the Keep Politics Out of Football podcast, we had a segment called On Pitch Politics, and we're going to keep On Pitch Politics. Why not? So On Pitch Politics segment, the Real Oviedo fan who was calling Marcus Rashford racist insults has been sentenced to 9 months in prison. It's not a game. Sometimes your words have consequences. 9 months in the slammer. He was screaming, whoa, you're screaming words that I don't want to say. It starts with an N and ends in an ER, N-A, ends in an ER. He was screaming that while Rashford took a corner in front of him and everything was captured on camera. What an idiot. That reminds me of the whole, I don't want to say this either, but the whole Raheem Sterling, Man City, when he was at Chelsea. Was it Chelsea or United? Anyway, no, yeah, it was Chelsea. Yeah, of course it was Chelsea, wasn't it? Yeah, Mank. I said Mank, not Black. Okay. But anyway, the guy that got 9 months in prison can avoid prison by paying a £2,000 fine. That don't seem right. Is 9 months in jail worth $2,000? All right, answer me in the comments. You're looking at 9 months in prison. Would you pay $2,000 to not go to prison for 9 months? And if you would, then surely that's too easy of a punishment for this guy. But anyway, he can avoid prison by paying £2,000, or sorry, €1,000, and attending a mandatory anti-racist program, and a 3-year ban from football stadiums. Okay, that's additional punishment, but still, I kind of like the sound of going to jail. You wanna be racist? Go to prison. Yeah. How about that? Then people will stop being racist in stadiums because people don't want to go to prison. Let's make an example. Anyway, this is what I wanted to touch on. This is a big thing that happened that I really wanted to speak on, even though we're moving on with a new format, Baller Man, the Baller Man podcast. Subscribe, like, all that things. Yeah, new page. Yeah, vibes. Platform coming soon. Magazine. Vibes, vibes, vibes. Anyway, I'm just really excited about my plans for Baller Man. And yeah, man. Yeah, man. Got big dreams. I feel like a J. Cole song. Anyway, FIFA president Gianni Infantino tried to force the representative of Palestine to stand with the representative from Israel and take pictures at the 76th FIFA Congress. Palestine obviously refused, and they were like, "Yeah, we're suffering. We are suffering." And it was a bit of a shambolic thing, thinking that he has the power, like Trump thinks he has the power to just say what people should do and bring peace without actually hearing people out and actually thinking about the lives that are actually being affected by the conflict. And that's why their response of like, we are suffering, to me is just like, yeah, you don't even get it. Like, we are suffering. Like, we're just saying about no handshakes or no photo op. Like, and that's all it is to some people like Gianni Infantino. And the president of the Palestinian Football Association, Jibril Rajoub, said on refusing the handshake, "Can I shake hands with someone who represents a fascist and racist government and defends the policies of this government? I don't think I should shake his hand. Nor do I see him as a qualified for my cooperation or to be my partner." He basically saying, I ain't on it. I ain't on it. And you know what? I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. And good on him for staying true to his principles and his feelings and not caving in. Because you know what? Some people thought, oh, like the stage and whatever, or just like, nah, like I'm glad he's a real one. And yeah, you know what I mean? They need to think about actual peace solutions, not just like shake hands on stage. Like, what the hell? Right. Okay, and another thing that I really wanted to touch on that happened while I haven't been recording is this whole scandal in the Dutch court. Basically, it's called Passport Gate, and if you haven't seen it or heard about it, it kind of got leaked from a podcast that some players were playing without the right visa or right to work in the Netherlands as footballers because they changed nationalities from Dutch to whether it be Indonesian or Surinamese or Curacao, etc. There's a lot of different ethnic groups in the Netherlands, and a lot of them obviously play football. So when you switch nationalities or citizenship, which is the way to do it, legally, and declare for another country, their status as employees or as citizens change is also, and therefore the paperwork that binds their contracts also kind of changes as well. And some of the clubs, especially some of the less financially powerful, like basically not the big clubs, kind of skipped or skimmed around that sort of updating of the legal matters. This didn't really affect like the big clubs like Ajax, PSV, and PSV and Feyenoord. Sorry, my mind went blank there. Yeah, it didn't really affect Ajax, PSV, or Feyenoord. But some of the smaller clubs, yeah, they were looking at the prospect of actually even having to replay a lot of games. It was due to be 133 matches replayed, and there was a big court hearing that everyone was waiting for, and the verdict of that court hearing would determine what would happen. And now I'm checking to see what happened because I didn't actually remember seeing the update. Okay, this is hilarious. I'm just reading the update now because I actually didn't see what happened with this. But relief for Dutch Football Federation as NAC Breda lose court appeal over ineligible player. So basically, NAC Breda were the team that were appealing against Go Ahead Eagles for fielding a ineligible player, but they lost. So yes, 133 matches don't have to be replayed. Woohoo, congrats. But that was a crazy story, and the fact that like of how the information kind of became apparent and the scale of the scandal, or not scandal, but the the court hearing was very interesting. And I guess they're going to sort out their legal stuff now. I guess all these clubs, but yeah, I don't know. Politics and football and law and so many things are interlinked. We can't keep politics out of football. Politics and football are linked. Politics affects the way we live, and footballers live. Football clubs employ people that live. Like, politics and football affects people. Football needs people. Like, it's just crazy that people say keep politics out of football. And we are going to come onto the Lamine Yamal stuff. And that's, again, another time where I've been seeing people say, oh, keep politics out of football, whatever. I am loving seeing people, though, say, like, oh, politics and football are so linked. And here are all the examples, whether it's Drogba, whether it's Maradona, Eusebio, Marcus Rashford. Like, there's so many examples. How can it not be linked? But anyway, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm seeing this getting politics out of football stuff, and I am changing the name of the podcast away from that, because I want to just make it more appealing to people. I think that can be a bit off-putting, like whatever. Sometimes the all caps are scary. I know, but I don't know. Bullerman. R.I.P. David Rocastle. His birthday was just the other day. Bukayo Saka is back in form. I mean, he didn't have the greatest game against West Ham, I can't lie, but he was great to see at the Emirates against Madrid and against Fulham as well. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, actually, about the Atleti Arsenal game, I learned about the story of Aitor Zabaleta, who was a supporter of the club Real Sociedad, from the Basque region, and he was murdered by Atleti fans in 1998, the year I was born. And so the fans of Atleti were, fascists, and they were supporters. They were like ultras basically of Atleti, and they killed him. And because this Real Sociedad is a left wing club, I guess, so they were like ops politically as well as in football. Again, football and politics are linked, guys. This is 28 years ago. This ain't some new TikTok fad. Like, this ain't Lamine Yamal ain't being political because it's cool. He's cool. He doesn't need politics to be cool. He is cool. He's just being right. He's the right side of history. And this has been going on for a long time. People have been dying. 28 years ago, people are dying. Even long before that, people are dying. They were playing football, the Germans and the English, on Christmas Day, they were playing football, weren't they? Fuck, that's so long ago. Football and politics have been linked. This ain't some new craze. This ain't like, the fact that people even utter that thought is crazy to me. Like, have you not seen history? Or are you ignoring historical context? What do you mean keep politics out of football? Politics was there from the start. Politics was there before you. How dare you say keep politics out of football? How dare you? But anyway, sorry, I get passionate. Should I keep the name of the podcast? Nah. We're improving. We're new and improved. We're on a move to bring the groove. Big things to come. I am excited, as you can tell. But yeah, I learned about that story. And when Atleti came to play Arsenal, someone wrote in graffiti, Aitor Zabaleta, Presente, AFC 161. Anti-fascism is a movement, obviously, been a lot of football clubs, and it's good to see Arsenal against racism doing their thing. But yeah, want to shout out that lovely GIF, but the fact that like Arsenal had all those young black boys as mascots and they were doing all the emotes, Bro, I've never been so proud to be an Arsenal fan, a black Arsenal fan. That moment was such a beautiful thing, and it came at such a perfect time. Champions League semi-final that we won, just the first of the Emirates era, and man, it was really something to see, honestly, and it was so happy and joyous. You know what I mean? I feel like what was so great about that game as an Arsenal fan is that it was powerful, and it was always going to be powerful, but sometimes it could be like a powerful emotion, but it's like, we got to fight, we got to do this, and it was to an extent, but it was more like, we are just having fun, this is just enjoyment, this is our moment, this is our time. And seeing them boys like doing all I was like, yo man, like this is a vibe, man. And it reminded me what it means to be an Arsenal fan, because I was one of those kids, you know what I mean, rocking the shirt, watching the games, staying up late, and just Arsenal fans, Arsenal merch, Arsenal scarf, Arsenal shirt, Arsenal bag, Arsenal, do you know what I mean, everything Arsenal, like, yeah, that was such a beautiful moment, and it is a great thing to be in the Champions League final. And yeah, we'll come on to that, I'm sure, in future eps. But yeah, crazy. This tweet made me laugh. This tweet made me laugh. Yeah, it's the Alvarez and Griezmann as Lucky as Logic and G Easy. Why do they kind of look like them though? Okay, yeah. So Adidas has released a trailer for the upcoming World Cup campaign, and it was a film starring Timothée Chalamet, Bad Bunny, Messi, and more. And I sat down with Marianne Weeds, content creator, wonderful person, fashionista, socialite. Yeah, we sat down and looked at the World Cup trailer from Adidas. We looked at Buzzballs. We spoke about the World Cup song. So yeah, over to that footage. We're just trying things here. A baller man. We're just rolling. We're just vibing. We're on YouTube. If you want to see it, like, we're on YouTube, but you can listen to it as well, because we've got the mics and that. So yeah, go over to the studio. I told Marianne not to watch this video.
Yeah, I was seeing adverts for it, but I skipped. Well, not ads, but like things on social media.
And I haven't seen either.
You haven't seen it?
No. Yeah, I was waiting for this moment.
So you're watching an Adidas video, and you're wearing Nike and Puma.
They're not paying me.
You're
If they're paying me, then I'll be wearing Adidas head to toe. But if they're not paying me, then I'm free to wear Diadora, Puma, anything.
Hoka
on Wall Street Mafia, Cortez, any brand. But yeah, we're about to watch the greatest football story ever told. Is it going to be the greatest football story ever told? We'll see. All I know is that it's got your boy, Timothy.
He's not my boy.
Okay, he's my boy, low-key. I can't lie.
He was my boy in the Little Women
before
era.
Everyone else liked him.
You haven't even watched the film, so I feel like you can't give like a good...
You liked him before everyone else did.
I just miss the old Timmy Tim. When he was making the college films, and he was like, what is it called? Oh, I completely forgot it. It's when he made like a maths film. Maths thing. I can't remember the name of it.
But now he's like Mighty Supreme, you don't want to...
It's not that. It's not that. Like, he's a good actor. I just...
Now that he's with a billionaire, you don't want to support him. Which
I
think is fair enough. I think
it's just like, oh, okay, you're that guy. It's more just like, okay, you're that guy. But he was that guy before, I just didn't know. You know what I mean? He was the artsy French guy.
I like that though. Like, he has a lot of lore, Timothy.
No, he's not. He's just your, like, New York artsy boy. What was sad though is he does seem like he really cares about the arts. Anyway, this is the Timothée Chalamet.
I mean, it is. What was I gonna say? Yeah, this is a Adidas World Cup film. Normally around the World Cup, like, brands will release like promotional materials, films to try and get people excited for the World Cup. And And yeah, this is 2026 version of that.
Yeah.
So, as a film and TV aficionado, I thought I'd get you in to give your reaction, let the people know what you think, and yeah, I'm curious to see how you take this in. I've seen people's opinion on this. I haven't seen it myself, but I've seen people's opinion. So I'm curious to see how I feel about it. But
Yeah, I feel like Adidas have been doing a lot of stuff recently. I was saying that to you. Like, they're like the trailblazers right now. I feel like Nike's not doing as much.
I think Nike are doing their own version of this. So we'll see how they compare. But yeah, in my opinion, Adidas have been lapping Nike in the football space for a long time in terms of like releases and their like promo, even just the actual boots and like kits and stuff have just been better from Adidas.
I've already said to you, like, Nike is basically Drake of the sports world, the sports fashion world. I'm trying to think of who
What do you mean?
Adidas
But
would
what do you
be.
mean by that?
They're technically at the top of their game, so they need to like be with a cooler young people. That's why Nike always like, especially in London anyway, I'm basing off London, but like Nike always partners with like smaller run groups. Great, love that. Like smaller young run groups, rappers, things like that, because you know it's the same as Drake. Like Drake will come, be with Dave, be with AJ Tracy, be with people, but be with Heady One. He's the same. Him and Nike are the same, basically, in my eyes.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah. If you press the spacebar.
Hey, listen to me. What do I know about soccer? Nothing. I know about football. Benito, football. Hey, can we hurry this up, please?
Benito.
Is it Bad Bunny in it?
Listen, bro, I have a team.
Benito.
Okay, we're on the way. We're in the car right now. Thank you. Hey, can you give me 1 second? Hey, where are you? Let's go. Vámonos. Let's go.
Vámonos.
I'm coming. What are you doing?
Speaking your language.
This feels like Marty Supreme.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Oh, I wish we got to watch it.
Okay, first thoughts. Give me your initial thoughts after just watching the greatest football story ever told.
I think that was good. I think with like short stories set in New York and London, they have like the same sort of vibe of like community. What is it, like urban, like stories? I really liked it.
Yeah, and obviously it's a World Cup set in America. Well, the Americas. So I guess that's probably why it was.
Well, that's set in New York though, right?
I didn't. Nothing sprang to mind as to where it was, but yeah, probably.
Just like a city.
Yeah, New York. Yeah, probably. The player sort of thing. But no, I like this. I liked obviously Timothée Chalamet like telling the story of these guys playing. That's cool. And I like the cameos and
Yeah.
it's really cool. I like the vibe. There's one thing that I didn't like though.
What?
It's the AI.
The David Beckham bit.
But
I
even
assume
but even
there
the
was other
other,
stuff.
I mean, like a lot of football stuff that football content is faked. Like if they have celebrities doing stuff and whatever, like they'll just like fake it, use CGI. But I think just
But they're not using CGI for the football. They were using it for his face.
his face, yeah, that I didn't like. But also just like I don't know. There's a very, very famous, probably the most famous, I'll try and get it for you now. The most famous football ad of all time is like a Ronaldinho one, where he's hitting a crossbar loads of times. This is like the peak of Ronaldinho's like...
I wonder how much all of them got paid for that Adidas ad.
Probably quite a lot. The budget's big.
Yeah. Also, Jude and Lamar can't act. Like, they were terrible.
Yeah, but they were just like...
But
they're being
always
themselves.
supposed to. I feel like footballers especially are terrible actors. Like, whenever you see them in anything, they're really bad.
Yeah, and they're always playing themselves, so it's
Yeah,
easier
of course,
for them.
yeah. Just like athletes in general, actually. I mean, he was the best footballer in the world at that point, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like, shouldn't he be able to do this? Like, it shouldn't be CGI?
But are you watching what he's actually doing though? He's hitting the ball on the crossbar like it's like that's no matter how good you are, that's kind of crazy.
Every time.
Yeah. So everyone hated it in 2010.
In the other, like, videos that people do? Do they kind of like include the country?
What do you
more?
mean?
Like when it was in Brazil.
You know
would
what?
they have?
There's something I want to show you actually. There is something. Okay, this is like most football fans' favorite football ad, and it's this one, the one I was explaining to you. It's called When It Stays On, or When It Stays. I think it's called When It Stays On. Yeah, I think this is for the 2014 World Cup, maybe. I want to say 2014
So where was that?
Brazil.
Zlatan thinks that Zlatan should take it.
This guy, it's so funny. So this guy, Mario Götze, actually won the World Cup for Germany. He scored the winning goal in the final.
I'm shocked that there's not more like football movies.
Okay, one of the things I want to show you is so the official World Cup song.
Okay.
It's a song made for us,
Really?
made for me and you. Do you know who it's by?
Don't tell me.
The World Cup song in 2026 is made by Shakira
Okay.
and Burna Boy.
Okay. Why is that to do with you?
Nigeria.
Yeah, but you don't even like Burna Boy like that.
Latinos and
Shakira.
Nigerians coming together. It's
Aw,
like
that's
it's like a
cute.
match
Is it
made
good?
in heaven. Okay, well they've only released a trailer.
Yay.
So the song's called.
But where's Burna Boy in that video?
He's not in the video, but he's on the song. The song's called Die Die, and it's coming officially
Can I
on
see
the
how it's
14th.
spelled?
Die Die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Shakira.
Shakira. I did like Waka Waka. I know she stole it from a African artist, was it?
What I want last to talk about, you might have seen, you might not have seen, Buzzball are releasing 8 limited edition soccer
I
Buzzballs
didn't see this.
with new flavours
actually quite smart.
ahead of the World Cup. So what are your opinions on these? And which of these would you like to try? And which of these would you think will be the best Buzzball?
This is Capri Crush. Capi?
Like
Crush?
like Caipirinha?
Yeah.
Capri Crush?
Fuego Tamarita,
What country is that?
Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Argentina, Smashentina.
Mm-hmm.
Lime Rita. I think that's just like a random country. Flags and Freedom for America. Why did do you know how cool all the other ones like Capri Crush, Fuego Tamarita, Smash on Flags and Freedom.
You just gotta laugh, innit?
And it's just got the American flag on it. Anyway, Goal Melon. I don't really like melon that much. España, Sol Siesta. Does that taste like sangria? I like that one. Pip Punch. Maybe that tastes like a Pimm's.
What country is that?
England. I think I'd like to try the Fuego Tamarita,
Mm-hmm.
the Smashentina,
Mm-hmm.
the Capi Crush.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to try the Flags and Freedom. What does that taste like? Doesn't taste like America.
What flavour is it? Just a flag flavour.
That's the name of the. That's the name of the flavor.
It's flavoured by the flag.
Flags and Freedom. That's the name of the flavor. All of the other ones have different names. Are you sure these are real?
Yes.
Because all of them say like different things. Some of them say ready to go cocktails. Some of them just say cocktails, and then some of them say chillers.
That's how Buzzballs are. Buzzballs sometimes are a bit random, innit? But yeah, seems like everyone's getting into World Cup fever, even Buzzballs.
What are people saying? Flags and Freedom is going to go triple platinum in frat houses across the country.
Yeah, give me 2 of those flags and freedom,
Flags
bro.
and freedom. While there's ice down the road, like kidnapping Latino people, putting them in a van.
Do you even like Buzzballs? Aren't even
I
that
don't even
nice.
like Buzzballs.
They're not even that nice.
I like the idea of Buzzballs. I don't actually like the taste of Buzzballs.
Maybe you like the flags and freedom. Maybe
Yeah.
you like the flags and freedom. Okay, well, glad to see that you're in World Cup fever.
Yeah, I'm excited. Whoop, whoop.
Who are you rooting for this World Cup?
Mexico.
Why?
Just because I don't want to vote for the UK or America.
You don't want to root for England? Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, the players, not the fans.
But we are the fans.
Not if I'm not, not if I'm not supporting them.
You've got an England shirt though.
Huh?
You got an England shirt. There's a lovely picture of us in the England shirt. It's one of my favourite pictures of us.
Yeah, I like that picture.
See,
too.
why didn't you do it for that?
I also have a Guatemala t-shirt. I could wear that.
They're not in the World
I
Cup.
know. But I could support them. I was going to get you a Colombia shirt when I was in Guatemala.
Give me a Venezuela shirt. They actually have a very nice shirt.
Do you know what? Maybe I should have asked my uncle for that.
It's not too late. Is it?
Yeah. Additional discounts and offers. £85.
That's crazy, right? £85 is crazy to spend on a shirt.
T-shirt.
And that's why, because I used to be so, like, oh yeah, like get the real shirt. Like, I was so against buying fakes. Like when I had my own money. Like when I was younger, my dad used to take us to the market and we'd get like fake Nikes shoes or whatever, and that was fine, whatever. And I wasn't really in a position to tell my dad what to buy, But when I got older, I was like, yeah, especially when you're in school, you're so conscious of like being called out for fake shit, and like you don't want to be like, oh, nah, you're wearing fakes, whatever. But
No, I was always getting called out for wearing fakes.
yeah, I mean, there was a couple of times where I was wearing fake stuff.
I would always wear fake Ray-Bans, and then my teacher would be like, why do you have Ray-Berries on?
I mean, that's bad that they would say that.
Yeah, he was just a bit... That was our relationship.
Them
He
teachers
wasn't-
that-
He
that-
wasn't annoying. He wasn't bad.
That try and banter with the kids. Like,
Yeah. He was like,
But now that I'm older and much more like locked into social, political issues, I'm so for people wearing fakes. Like, there's actually like the police are cracking down on like fake shirts and like people that are distributing fake shirts. But I was like, your priorities are all wrong. Why do you care about like fake football shirts, but people aren't like people haven't got houses to live in, or
Yeah.
can't afford food, or like whatever. And I was like, you know what? They're taking a piss, because like, let's say you were a Venezuelan person, wanted to buy a shirt, you might not have £85 to spend
I
on a
wonder
shirt.
how many they've sold. I mean, Extra Small sold out.
But do you get what I mean? Like, I totally am for people getting the shirt for like £20 from another place. Like, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you're just wearing it to represent your colours and your country.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like this is another example of people being priced out of football, but just life. Like, everything's expensive now. Football. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for your service.
It's okay. I'm here anytime.
Okay, now that we're back, we're rolling. Okay, speaking of some fashion stuff, I want to talk about a drop that I really liked, that I don't think I'll ever get my hands on, which is most drops nowadays as well. I fell out of love with like following like sneaker drops, clothing stuff, because I never got access to the clothes. Like, I'm impatient. I'm not gonna get bots. I'm not gonna camp outside for 5 days to get the Swatch AP. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna go through these lengths. So you know what? I'm just not really gonna bother with the latest and greatest. I just like my stuff. I do my vintage stuff, find vintage pieces, whatever. But yeah, all these new stuff I know I'm never gonna probably get. But this was nice. So this is the T90 Mule from Kids of Immigrants. I'll put it on the screen somewhere, or maybe here. This is it. But yeah, I like these. I would rock these. So yeah, one day I'll be at a point where someone will send me these just because I'm a vibe and they want me to wear them. It's possible. I've seen it. Trust me, believe me. Anyway, Jojo from Recess pointed out that it's a London vs Paris final, Champions League final, and he says winner gets Fête de la Musique. That is so funny. And if Arsenal win, even if Arsenal don't win, rocking my Arsenal top in Fête de la Musique, yeah, you best believe. I can't wait. I can't wait. What was I gonna say? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, some tweets I can't read out. That's for sure. Miles Lewis Skelly is a baller. And what am I talking about now? So yeah, this is a nice story, a really nice story. The government of Mexico has decided to end the school year 40 days early, just 1 week before the World Cup. The school holidays will run from June 5th to August 31st, meaning kids will have nearly 3 months of school holiday. Imagine a 3 month summer holiday. That would be so lit. And you're hosting a World Cup. Those kids in Mexico are never going to forget this. It's going to be so nuts. If that was me when I was a kid in London, mad. And I got long holidays because I went to a boarding school. So I think I got 9 weeks on holiday. The normal was 6 weeks, but 9 weeks felt like ages. So they're getting 3 months. They're getting like 12 weeks. Mad. So the measure is introduced so children can fully enjoy the World Cup, with Mexico being one of the host nations. Mad. That is so beautiful to see. And shout out to Mexico for doing that. If it was in London, like I said, do I think the government now would do that? Absolutely not. In Blair's Britain, maybe. We might have got 10 weeks. But yeah, because I remember the 2012 Olympics and that was lit, but that was Tory, so yeah. No wonder they weren't trying to give us 10 weeks off. But yeah, 3 months off. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Shout out to Mexico. I really want to go to Mexico actually. I think I got people out there. Shout out Lorenzo. I don't know if you're still there, but shout out you, man. Shout out me. But yeah, I want to go to Mexico. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, okay. Another on-pitch politics segment. Unfortunately, a racist incident. Udinese striker Keenan Davis, formerly of Aston Villa, if you remember, came up through the ranks there, I believe. He said, "This racist coward called me a monkey today during the game. I hope the Serie A Association will do something about this, but we will see." And he's referring to a player, Alberto Dos Sena, from Cagliari, I think. Again, forgive my pronunciation. I'm just a boy from London. Like literally, I'm just a guy from London. So yeah, it's mad that footballers are now resorting to just calling people out on Insta, like on stories. Like it's mad. I don't know. Football's gone to a place, man. Like racism, all sorts of stuff. It's just happening, and it's not slowing down. And people are just saying, keep pulling us out of football, and it's just getting me mad because we need to address the elephants in the room, and our elephant's not just elephant. You know what I mean? But yeah, nuts. And Syria, you know what I mean? Italy, there's definitely a racism problem over there. But they don't look to be trying to do anything about it. Oh yeah, no, it was just far back. So the other day I saw this tweet, yeah, and it was about a clubhouse in Blackheath, and it was from a guy called Tony K, and he said this was the clubhouse that I ran in Blackheath. It was compulsory purchased, and I was evicted. And the bottom pick is what it looks like now. And you can see it was a lovely clubhouse pitch, not too dissimilar to the ones that I visit and I used to visit, especially during my school days as well. And now it's overgrown. No one cares for it, and that's a place that people in London, in Blackheath, can't use. And this is what I mean when it comes to London. It's just like we just don't get the care anymore, like from top down, and things get bought up by private investors and people that want to build flats or whatever, and then it just gets lost and then forgotten about if the land doesn't get used. Like no one actually cares about the football infrastructure, and it's a shame. Even in my Saturday football SAL career, I visit a lot of these grounds, and it's slowly but surely like becoming less common to go to a ground where they've got an old school clubhouse where it's like, with the wooden like slated roof and like just now it's like the clubhouse is annexed to like a sports center, and you're using like just the gym sports center as a changing room, and then the pitch is like a 4G pitch, and I just like old school clubhouses with grass pitches, and it's close to the clubhouse, and the clubhouse has got a nice bar and it's got a nice warm atmosphere. Just you can't beat that. I know it's corny to say, but you just can't beat that. And stuff like this makes me really sad because yeah, I enjoy this sort of clubhouse and this experience, and it's part of the British game that we're losing. But yeah, it's sad. Ball and Man touches on these topics. Ball and Man speaks about a lot of things. It's going to be a platform for the modern football fan, and you can come for football and leave with so many other things. And touching on people's experiences, my experiences, people I know, people that come across it. I want it to be very collaborative. If you're listening to this, I want you to get involved in so many different ways and so many untraditional ways. I think we only see football in a way that is presented to us by Sky Sports or Beauty Sport or so many of these platforms. But yeah, I don't want to give away too much right now, but I just want to think outside the box when it comes to football and talking about football. Yeah. So, yeah, Rashford scored a free kick and won the league against Real Madrid. What a wonderful thing. What a wonderful story. Sometimes you got to leave the country, man. A lot of people are thinking that. And after the recent local elections, I'm sure a lot more are. And Rashford, he left the country, went to Spain, went to Barca, and is flourishing. Won the league in great style. And when they were celebrating the league in a title parade, I can't wait for the Arsenal one, Lamine Yamal raises a Palestinian flag on top of the bus. What a guy, what a moment. Iconic. Honestly, this is going to be one of those moments that people talk about for a long time. And yeah, as you can imagine, it kind of got the reaction of so many things now. It's like, oh, keep putting this out, football, whatever. Hansi Flick, when asked about it, said that he didn't like it. Hansi Flick, like, I know the Germans are a bit funny. No offense to any German listeners, I doubt we have any, but no offense. I know Germans can be quite, especially about certain things. They don't want to talk about things publicly. They're much more private, I guess. I had one interaction with a German guy at a cafe in Chiang Mai, and yeah, that was my last interaction with a German person, and he was ex-German military, young guy, ex-German military who finished his service and then went traveling, and yeah, we had a good half an hour to an hour chat about a few things. Kind of got to know about his politics and his worldview. Very interesting convo for sure. But yeah, I understand the Germanness of Hansi Flick, but to not even back your young player, it's a bit foul. I didn't like that. But anyway, I think it was sick, man. At a time when a lot of people are scared to speak about Palestine and what's going on over there, and it's clearly a line in the sand for a lot of people and a lot of companies, and yeah, you can lose support from sponsorships, etc. If you speak about Palestine, and everyone knows that. The fact that he did that, cool, man. It's so cool. And not cool because it's cool to do that. It's cool because you know what, he has principles. That's cool. He is who he is. He is an African kid. You know what I mean? Dad's from Morocco, mom's from Guinea. This is who he is. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if he's Muslim. Maybe he is, but again, if he is, then that's okay, that's his people. Do you know what I mean? Why would he not? And we're so used to seeing people bend and bow at the request of anyone. And these celebrities have no backbone, no morals. So the fact that we get one that has some, I respect it. That's all it is. That's all it is. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool to lose opportunities. I don't think it's cool to, be called all sorts of isms and schisms. It's not cool. That's not nice. So it doesn't come lightly, but he's doing it because it's the right thing to do. And yeah, he's got my support, man. Honestly, what a guy. Yeah, what a guy. Honestly, I want Spain to win the World Cup. Well, I don't want Spain to win the World Cup. I want England to win the World Cup. Please, can we get that on record? I want England to win the World Cup, but I do think Spain are going to win. Keep off. We're rocking and rolling. We're freestyling. We're spitballing. We're vibing. We're vibe coding this podcast. Yeah. Right. And we're going to end on another another case of racism in football and in the English game. And it's something that I saw yesterday. Story of a young player at QPR. His name was, or his name is. There was a young footballer called Amrit Bansal McNulty. An employment tribunal has ruled partially in favour of Amrit Bansal McNulty, a half Indian footballer who was called I didn't want to say that, by ex-foot manager John Yems. Bansal McNulty sued QPR for failing to safeguard him from the racism he suffered on loan at Crawley Town, and is now seeking a 12 mil payout. So yeah, it was like a 30-day tribunal where the 26-year-old brought claims of his direct race and religious discrimination and harassment against QPR, Crawley Town, and John Yems. 3 of his claims of harassment were upheld. Harassment on the grounds of race against Yems were upheld, while the claims against QPR were dismissed, so he's not going to get the big payout. One of the allegations upheld involved Yems calling Bansal McNulty a muncher of curry. Wow. A curry muncher. Wow, just shocking. Asking if he was unhappy that pizzas given by a sponsor did not include curry pizza. Wait. One of the allegations upheld involved Yems calling Bansal McNulty a curry muncher and asking if he was unhappy that pizzas given by a sponsor did not include curry pizza. Wow. That is shocking. The tribunal said that Yems argued that his remarks were banter. Crawley Town suspended Yems after allegations of racist behaviour were made by several squad members in April 2022. And he was charged by the FA for using discriminatory language. So he's got previous. This is mad. This is nuts. And yeah, I want to end on that one, but tie it into something that happened to me in real life. Is that yesterday I paid a fine. Yesterday I paid a fine of £35. And that fine was for 2 yellow cards that I received in the football game that I played maybe 3 weeks ago. Now, this game was insane. It was a double header. Now, if you don't even know what that means, but double headers where due to scheduling conflicts, the fixtures pile up, and sometimes we got to play 2 games back to back. So rather than play one 90-minute game, you play 2 games of 60 minutes. So that's what we were doing. And we had this ref who came over at the start. He seemed nice, had a couple jokes with him. You know what I mean? Like when they do the team talk stuff, like it was banter. And he seemed like an alright guy, but it took a turn for the worse. The referee was so weird, which referee ever. He was on such a power trip. It felt like I was in school again. That's how I felt when I was playing football in that game. Like sometimes the line between like friend and enemy is so blurry intentionally by these people, and I felt like that in school as well. Sometimes they were your friend, then the minute they didn't like you, it was like, you do what I say, but a minute ago we were cool, so are we cool or not cool? And this guy was the same. Like he'll be cracking jokes, like the first 30 minutes maybe he was cracking jokes or whatever, and then like for some reason he just switched and like just became the weirdest guy. And like for example, he made a joke that we didn't have VAR on the day. Obviously we haven't got VAR, we're just grassroots football, amateur football. So he's like, oh yeah, we haven't got VAR today, lads. Like, we run out of batteries, or like lost the batteries, or it's out of battery or whatever. Like, joke, yeah. So then, like in the game, basically, we score, and the ball goes over the line, and he doesn't give it. Like the keeper or someone like claws it off the line, and he's like, I'll play on, and then I'm like. Obviously, I wasn't protesting him. I wasn't shouting at anything. I was just like, ref, like, where's the VAR? Like, we could have done with that. Excuse me, yeah, player, come over here. Giving it all of that. Yellow card. Sin bin. And yellow card, by the way. So anyway, I come back on, he booked me for diving. Did I get clamped fully? No. Was there contact? Minimal. Did I exaggerate? Potentially. But to book me again and give me a second yellow for diving was crazy. Like he was looking for something. And yeah, obviously that will happen. Also, he sent off one of my other players on our team, my boy Abdul. We gave him 2 yellows in one sequence for scoring a screamer, taking off his top, and booting the corner flag and running off the pitch. Gave him 2 yellows for that. So yeah. Anyway, I had to pay £35, and I said to Abdul and one other player, not in front of the whole team. It was kind of as we were going to the station. It was just the 3 of us, and I was like, I didn't want to say earlier, but that ref was a racist. and like it was a feeling that we all kind of maybe understood, but without saying it, because it was like when someone's actions are so like strange and unexplainable through logic, it's like, okay, what is going on here? And often, as we know, unfortunately, people have prejudices and whatever, and it's a bit funny. So I said that, and then they were like, yeah, low key, yeah, probably. And I think he even said to one of the players on our team that he's a Millwall fan. So obviously, I have preconceived notions about Millwall fans. Yeah, I'm sorry, I do. And so obviously, I was like, yeah, and he's a Millwall fan as well. So yeah, checks out. But lo and behold, we got a little investigator in our club, and one of our guys did a bit of digging in the FA archives, because a lot of incidents are reported. Well, all incidents should be reported. So we found some incidents, and actually he has previous of racist remarks and players. And actually, the reason why it's actually in the files is not because of the racist remark. It's because the player that he said the racist remark to then threatened to batter him in the car park. And that was reported, so then the racism was reported. But you see how certain things don't get reported. Do you know what I mean? See how like he's then allowed to continue reffing. Like, that's been raised at the FA. So the FA are aware of this, right? This guy should not be allowed to ref. But he is. And that's institutional. Institutional. That's the word of the day. Institutional. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. Welcome to the Ball and Man podcast. Thank you for listening. You are amazing. Thank you for rocking with me as we grow, as we change. But yeah, it's been fun. I've been your host, Remy. Don't forget to support in any way you can. Follow, subscribe, hype. Yeah. Love.